Hello and welcome to the video where everything that could go wrong did go wrong. Come on, not again! No, but seriously, when shooting the images that I'm gonna show you in this video, there were plenty of things that didn't quite go right. Some of the things might have been avoided, but some of the things I'm also not necessarily all that mad about. The list of fails and errors and mistakes is pretty long though, so this will probably also be a longer video. So a short disclaimer of what you can expect: photos, fails, and a lot of seagulls. In October 2020, I went on a little trip to the Baltic Sea in the north of Germany to visit some extended family. So basically this was sort of a family holiday, and the main goal was to spend time with my loved ones, to relax, but honestly, come on, of course, also to use every free minute I had to go out and shoot. Next to the plastic disposable camera I had with me that I also showed you in a video about my rainy photo walk, I also brought my Bronica ETRSi and my Yashica T4 with me. I did not only want to keep my equipment kind of simple and minimal, but also apply the same to my photography during this trip. I stayed up in the north with my family for a whole week, so I knew that I had some time on my hands, there was no need to rush, and also we did not have any really fixed plans, apart from one, and that was to visit Warnemünde. Warnemünde is a cozy little town by the Baltic Sea that has some lighthouses and is known to be a very good vacation place for tourists. And when I say that everything went wrong, I actually mean it, and it also happened right from the start, because let's put it this way, the weather was not the greatest. Typically, as it is when I go on holidays, of course it started raining. And it started raining for days, and there was not a single sunny day where we could go to Warnemünde. And the first sunny day that we caught, we actually decided to take the trip, got on the road to Warnemünde, and after approximately a 10-minute drive, we had to turn around. There was an accident on the one street they have. Yes, they only have one street up there in this area, and the road was blocked, nobody was able to pass, so we turned around and changed our plans. Therefore, we went to the different direction and found another cozy town with a cozy beach, but honestly, I was happy as soon as I could hear some ocean waves and smell some salty sea air. Yep, I told you. Don't look at me like this. I told you things went wrong, and for disclosure, this is not Lomichrome purple. This was a roll of Fuji Velvia. And I don't develop my own slide film at home, therefore I dropped the roll off at a lab after I came back from the trip, and I have developed some other rolls of the same batch of Velvia at the same lab with no different color casts or whatsoever, so something must have obviously went wrong at the lab, and I don't know if they maybe used old chemicals or if they maybe accidentally cross-processed the roll in C41 chemicals, or maybe something else happened that I didn't account for, but all of my images turned out purple. So the colors are kind of funky, but luckily it was not all that hard to edit the color cast out on most of the images after scanning. But I also have to admit that I kind of like the kind of purple look on some of the images, so I also left some of the pictures just as they are. Same day, next place, next beach, still not Warnemünde though, where I thought it would be a good idea to go into the water with my feet. Spoiler alert, it was not. However, we had some really beautiful light, so I threw some rolls of expired film into my Bronica and kept on shooting.
Das ist irgendwie geil. Das fühlt sich an wie früher, wenn man so ein Booster-Pack Pokémon-Karten aufgemacht hat, finde ich.
Ist auch das gleiche Plastik, ne?
Ja. Riecht nur nicht so geil.
Mhm.
What do you say? Oh, yeah, it was a long time without any fails, right? Wait no more, because here it goes. You can see that my black and white images look kind of streaky and unevenly developed. And I talked to some people from the film community and we hypothesized what potentially the reasons for this could be, and we thought that maybe it was the sticker from the backing paper that I hadn't removed, or maybe it was my leaky developing tank, but honestly, scratch that. Deep down, I know what caused this. And I have to admit it, I was distracted watching cute cat videos while I was developing, not paying attention to my agitation, and now I think I just have to pay for it. And I wish I was kidding. I'm not. What? So yeah, you will probably see the uneven development on several of the black and white images as we go, and to be honest, this is something I'm not very keen about. I wish I would have avoided this, but I mean, this is something I can learn from and will definitely try to not make the same mistake in the future.
Alles aussieht. Guck mal, so ein Alien.
So back to the story. We woke up early the next day to finally go to Warnemünde, and then again. The trip was cancelled, we stayed at home, but I went out, took some shots around the house and also spent some time with the family. My family-in-law owns a pottery, so it was finally time to get my hands dirty and make my first self-made pots.
Und jetzt klappern nochmal. Und das geht? Ja, gut. Sehr gut. Hallo.
Kann er so bleiben? Ist er fertig?
Ja.
Aller guten Dinge sind drei, as we say in Germany. So on try number 3, we were finally lucky. No rain, no blocked streets, and we finally made it to Warnemünde.
In 200 Metern links abbiegen in die Niehelger Straße.
And now onto my absolute favorite incident of the whole trip, which probably was also a one-in-a-lifetime kind of situation, because my Bronica caught a bug. I mean, like literally a bug in my Bronica. When I developed my negatives, I took a look and I saw something kind of weird, but only when I scanned them I realized what happened, because there was a literal bug in my camera. a tiny little fly kind of crawled its way into my Bronica when I was probably changing film bags or loading film and left some marks on some frames of the roll. If this was not funny enough, the next shot was kind of really cringeworthy. Like by the sea there are those kind of wind poles with those red and white stripes, and I was really arguing with myself if I should take the shot, if it was interesting enough or not, and in the end I took it, and I'm so happy that I did it, because on this image there was also the fly, and just take a look at it. I think the combination just couldn't work out in any better way. The black and white image of the lighthouse was actually one of my very favorites of the trip, which is why I decided to print it. Pretty big actually, and send it over to my family as a little gift. I think the structure of the paper as well as those charcoaly blacks on there just look really good, so I'm pretty happy with the result. As you know, I'm pretty good at accidental random double exposures, and of course this couldn't be missed in this video as well, so this is what happened here. I like the structure of the rocks though, and I also like that the double exposure of the lighthouse almost looks like it would be a reflection in the water. Thanks for bearing with me that far. That was my little trip to the Baltic Sea in a nutshell. And what I can say is that film is surprising. Film can be unpredictable because there are things that can happen that we maybe do not account for. Happy mistakes, mistakes that we're maybe not too keen on. And I think this also is part of the beauty of film, even though it might be annoying from time to time, and also what makes it so interesting. Incidences like the purple film or the accidental double exposures, as well as the fly moving into my Bronica and not paying rent, by the way, are things that I kind of enjoy about film photography because they make me smile, and especially the amount of different incidences on this trip in particular are something where I'm just thinking, well, film, you got me. You got me on this one. Streaky negative, stripy images, on the other hand, are really something I'm not too happy about, so I can only say that I learned my lesson and I will promise to be better in the future and watch my daily portion of cute cat videos before or after developing. I would like to give the closing words to the seagulls, but I would also quickly like to thank you for watching, and that said, I would also say see you in the next one.